Different gods in the Bible. The Bible is full of stories that mention different gods, but it's important to understand how these gods are presented in the context of the Bible. In many cases, these other gods are portrayed as false or lesser gods compared to the one true God of Israel. One of the most well-known examples of different gods in the Bible is in the story of the Exodus. When Moses leads the Israelites out of Egypt, the Bible describes a battle between the God of Israel and the gods of Egypt. The plagues that God sends on Egypt can be seen as direct challenges to the Egyptian gods, like the Nile turning to blood, which challenged the god Hapi, the god of the Nile. But that's not all. Did you know that the Bible also speaks of gods worshipped by the neighboring nations around Israel? For example, Baal is a god mentioned frequently in the Old Testament. The worship of Baal was a constant temptation for the Israelites, and prophets like Elijah condemned this worship as idolatry. In 1 Kings 18, Elijah challenges the prophets of Baal to a contest to prove whose God is real, and the God of Israel wins decisively. If you're finding these stories fascinating, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. There's so much more to uncover about the rich, complex history of gods in the Bible. Now let's talk about Asherah, another god often worshipped alongside Baal. The Bible speaks of Asherah poles, which were objects of worship set up by those who turned away from the God of Israel. The prophets were fierce critics of this practice, showing that the struggle between monotheism and polytheism was a central theme in Israel's history. Moving on to another god mentioned in the Bible, Moloch was worshipped by people who would sacrifice their children to him. The Bible strongly condemns this practice, presenting the God of Israel as standing against such horrific acts. But the New Testament also has its own take on different gods. When Paul travels to Athens in Acts 17, he notices altars dedicated to various gods, including one to an unknown God. Paul uses this as an opportunity to explain the God of Israel, who he believes is the one true God above all others. If you've made it this far, you're probably just as captivated by these biblical insights as we are. Stay tuned for more videos where we dive even deeper into the stories and themes of the Bible. Make sure to subscribe so you won't miss out on our next exploration into ancient texts. In conclusion, while the Bible acknowledges the existence of other gods, these gods are often portrayed as false, powerless, or unworthy of worship. The overarching message is one of monotheism, where the God of the Bible stands alone as the true God. And if you're curious to learn more about how these stories shaped history and belief, make sure to stick around. We've got plenty of content coming your way. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.